Yes, it's everybody's favorite time of the day. Once again, welcome to Satoshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's day is Saturday, the 12th of April, 2025. The year BSV comes alive. Right, let's get into it.
See Satoshi like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Alrighty, here we go, rock and roll. Somebody pointed out that the price tops like $59 on KuCoin earlier, so I'm quite looking forward to having a look at that. But let's go on to these figures then. Just going to go through this because I've got some food on. So we've got KuCoin, $80,943, just holding on there. So for any newbies who are wondering why we call it KuCoin, it's because it was created by Greg Maxwell, and the name KuCoin was given to this alternative creation by Mike Hearn on the 29th of July 2015. So if you're wondering who the mysterious creator of BTC is, well, now you know. Let's close that. So we've got Bcrash 297, Fisher Price Cash, who cares? But then we've got Bitcoin. The original protocol goes right back to the Genesis block. It hasn't changed, making it the real Bitcoin, the true Bitcoin, the genuine Bitcoin, and the world's first and only ever digital commodity, backed by the value of data sovereignty, making it the most valuable commodity on earth because it's an extension of our own personal freedoms and liberties. And you can see that when KuCoin forked off, they had to implement replay protection to stop transactions flowing back onto the main chain. Same with Bcrash as well. So the original protocol and only chain of signatures that goes right the way back to the Genesis block has now got the ticker symbol BSV, but it's just Bitcoin. Right then, $28. Yeah, top left matches that one. Let's have a look at difficulty adjustments. Oh, has it popped up any more? No, it's just leveling off there, but still highest it has ever been. It's one of the largest increases since last year, I think. Yeah, all right. Let's have a look at the difficulty adjustment on Bitcoin. Far more fluid. That's how it should be. We're starting to see all the chinks in the armor that Satoshi initially designed a Bitcoin with, knowing that this lot would try and corrupt it, and then he would have to correct it later on. So just feeding them the rope for them to hang themselves is really what we're doing there. Great stuff. Hash rate, let's have a look at hash rate here. So hash rate on Bcrash just jumping up a little bit there. Hash rate on Bitcoin, just dropping off just a little bit. Interesting. Let's go on to the miners then. So network nodes, these are the miners. So again, block size and transactions are sanity. Network nodes and hash rate are vanity. And for anybody who hasn't seen a network node before, these are they. This is the backbone to the new global financial system, the world's first ever common digital network designed for commercial use cases. All this stemmed from just one 9-page white paper. Look at that. Corsica's Bitcoin mining facility. I mean, absolutely, some of the sizes here. Absolutely staggering. Mind blowing. Blows my mind every time. Amazing. Transactions then. So we've got 88.83% of the transactions across all the Bitcoin forks. Just cross-reference that with the overall market. Oh, 50 to above 50%. Look at that. So that means that's 47.7% represents the 40,000 shitcoins on the market. 40,000, including Ethereum. Only 1.2 million. KuCoin, 385,000. XRP, 677,000. But that's nothing compared to genuine Bitcoin, the one that's buried in market cap down at like in the 80s. 50% of the entire market's transactions on its network, representing 52.3% of 2,847,429. We'll cross-reference that with what's on chain. Yep, 2,894,740 transactions. And 30 hash make up 1.4 million. Weather chain, another 1.4 million. So that's exposing the climate scam. And the other's relatively small. But yeah, there we are. Great stuff. Let's have a look at block sizes coming through. Oh, look at this, beautiful. So 97% of the block size. We've got 375, 275, 349, 244, 152. These are all megabytes, by the way. 118, 290, 197, 130. So the biggest one, 375 there. And we're competing with GregCoin that has got a 1 megabyte block cap. So literally a 1 megabyte block cap. So this is 375x in size in that one block than the entire column of 30 there on GregCoin. It's crazy. Bcrash can't get all their blocks over a megabyte, and Fisher Price Cash, yep, still can't get all their blocks over a kilobyte, let alone anywhere near a megabyte. It's an absolute mockery when you realize what we're looking at. Let's enlarge these then. So hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. If something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. If something is useful, it's valuable. If something is useless, it's worthless. It's that simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out. Proof of work by network since 2017. Again, chasing price, complete waste of computing power. But when education catches up with speculation, you can be sure that the speculative prices will soon start to match their fundamental values, and the proof of work will start flowing to where it belongs, which is back on genuine Bitcoin over in here in the red. Currently 39,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than GregCoin. Mining Bitcoin at a 23% comparable loss, but mining ETH of Fisher Price Cash a 14.8% comparable profit. But Bcrash a 3.4% comparable loss, meaning if the hashes on Fisher Price Cash went over to eCash, that would actually make a almost an 18.2%. 18.2% profit, almost, that's near 20%. So miners should be flooding on there, but shitcoin is shit for brains. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network, so that's the block size. As we've seen Bitcoin absolutely smashing it in their column of 30 there. Transactions by network still on the log curve, Bitcoin smashing it. Transactions per block. Fees, so this is sub-cent fees, so you're talking, it looks to me like that's a quarter of a cent maybe. Quarter of a cent transaction fees there. Fees Satoshis right down there on the log curve. Block reward ratio, or daily Bitcoin fee to block reward ratio. So as the block reward continues to get cut in half every 210,000 blocks, we need the block fee to surpass the block reward, and then we have an economically self-sustaining system, which is what we're gunning for. And this is exactly what the cabal are trying to prevent by developing second layer solutions and telling people you're not meant to use it, store a value, digital dog shit. No, Bitcoin is an economic model, and if something is useful, it's valuable. That's it. If it's useless, it's worthless, it will disappear. We need transaction volume on the network. So yeah, that red line there is what will mirror the blue line, hopefully. A daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. As Satoshi Nakamoto said, it is strictly necessary that the longest chain is always considered the valid one. And the longest chain here is the one in red, and that's genuine Bitcoin, BSV. Global hash rate 7 days, global hash rate 24 hours, GregCoin hash rate, other miners 4.86% on them managing the profitability. Bcrash, other miners 54.8%, absolutely rinsing them. Fisher Price Cash, yeah, not really bothered about it, but Bitcoin is what we really want, so we'll have to cross-reference that. So CoinDart saying Tau with 27.08. Let's have a look. Tau. 25.37 actually. So QD Link 29.85, Ku 27.6, Tau 25.3, SA 100 13.43, Gorilla Pool 3.73. They're getting squeezed there. Crypto Quant, look, yeah. So the exchanges, their reserves, still like dumping them, getting rid of them, hand over fist. Don't want to be holding them when the music stops, and it's all about Tether printing for them. Oh, Tether's just gone up just a little bit. 1.44, so it's just 100 million. 100 million gone in today. Insignificant for Tether, really. But yeah, relatively, well, compared to what we used to seeing, like $1 billion a day going in there. It's been quite low on the month. Yeah, just $1 billion in a month. Just $1 billion in the month. We're used to seeing $1 billion a day, and that's ever since Paolo Aldornio had a meeting with Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump will be disgusted when he finds out he's at a, literally a meeting full of like the world's biggest scammers in the White House. Let's have a look at money. Let's have a look at money. Oh, there we go. That is looking steady away there. So $22 million market cap. That's where you really want your filthy fiat currency. You want your filthy fiat currency on a network where the cabal can't delete it. Because it's all digital these days. This is where you really want it. So they can't wipe your account. Can't wipe your bank account. Because that's what their ultimate game is. Let's have a look at the short ratio then just quickly. 0.431%. Again, very misguided. Let's have a look at this then. Here we go. So a coin codex. So we'll have a look at KuCoin in a second. But Huobi, see what they're coming in at. Huobi 5.54 million. Just cross-reference that. Yeah, 5.5. Oh, crikey, that had a tank in the price on Huobi. It went down to 26.7. 26.7. Was there any? Oh, look at that. So that looks like a price peak there of 29. Yeah, so it's got 24-hour change. So 24-hour high 28.9, 24-hour low 26.7. Interesting. All right. Let's have a look at KuCoin. So the volume's tiny here though, saying just 192. Let's have a look at that. See if we get to see it. It'd be nice if we do. Yeah, look at that. Look at that 24-hour high. 59. 59. It went up to almost $60. It went up to almost $60 on KuCoin. Almost 60. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Price desperately trying to break out. So it went up on KuCoin to $60, but down on the one we just looked at. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's see what we got for OKX. I thought the trade volume on OKX might be bigger than that, but let's have a quick look here. 24-hour high just 29, 24-hour low 27.88. All right. Let's have a look at Gate.io. 24-hour high 29, 24-hour low 27.8. 24-hour turnover just 1.8 million. Relatively small. Price just plodding along there. All right, nice one. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus GregCoin. So just, yeah, not really too much to write home about. Just kind of plodding along ever since I had that dip on the 6th of April there, increasing the margins, making it more attractive to traders in the long run. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus USD. Yeah, just like we've just seen on the graphs just a second ago. All right, cross-reference that with Orange Gateway. Bitcoin versus USD. Yep, just trending upwards a little bit. Trending upwards. Bitcoin versus GregCoin. I had a leap of faith there on Orange Gateway. Look at that. Price like breaking out in comparison to GregCoin there. In those ones. Done a little bit there. But yeah, artificial price suppression is what I'm smelling. I'm smelling desperation. And that's because, look, current transactions per second, 35.6 transactions per second compared to GregCoin with just 4. And they think that GregCoin's been around since 2009 as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. And it's only got 4 transactions per second on a network. That is a massive fail. That is a massive fail. And $1.30 per transaction. Try buying a coffee with that. Yeah, good luck with that. 4 transactions per second. Imagine all around the world you can only buy 4 coffees every second. Literally, and that's all around the world. And they're costing you $1.30 extra. Like, what a joke that is. This is what you really want. Look at that. So 10th, 100,000, 70 thousandths of a cent. 70 thousandths of a cent. Oh, 30 thousandths of a cent. Even less. 30 thousandths of a cent. The first time I've seen that change in front of my eyes. With a market price of just $28.67. And that's in comparison to Bcrash that does one transaction every 5 seconds. Good grief. So 2 transactions every 10 seconds. Still costs you half a cent. That's too much for if you're dealing in Vietnamese dong and stuff like that. Market price like more than 10 times that of genuine Bitcoin. Crazy. Right, overall market cap $2.6 trillion. Just $74 billion 24-hour trade volume. KuCoin at 83,814. Just plodding along there, recovering a little bit. Just 1.6% 24-hour trade volume, $27 billion. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Literally, just literally Ponzi, Ponzi, Ponzi. Ethereum recovering a little bit, $1,600. XRP recovering just a little bit, just over the $2 mark. It's really nothing to write home about. Can't do anything. Can't scale. Absolute piece of shite. Let's have a look at this then. Oof. Jasmine at 61. What a joke. Where's Bitcoin? Where is Bitcoin? Oh my goodness. Oh, down at 83. $28.65. $28.65. So, yeah, just trending. I mean, look at that. You're talking about historic lows here. Historic lows. Just recovering a little bit, but not really too much to write home about. But historic lows, like literally historic lows. I cannot stress that enough. Break down the volume then. So, Huobi in the lead over CoinDCX. Then it looks like Hotcoin. Then it looks like Gate.io in 4th. CoinEx in 5th and OKX in 6th. By the looks of it, in terms of 24-hour trade volume. Let's have a look at the liquidity. HitBTC, Pinex, Changelly, OKX got a large liquidity there. MEXC and Sediction, even though it's got 24-hour trade volume of what, like $10, something crazy like that. But anyway, yeah, shenanigans in the market is what I can smell. Right, there we go. That's your daily. What's your that's the chart show done. So I hope you enjoyed it. So as ever, if you enjoy these updates, please dingo donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi at Semi.com, Handcash.io, Rockwallet.me, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, or Senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.